Yeah, man. It's DJ Chase, man. Back. Working, busy. We got a dope episode today with two fire super artists, man. But before we get to that, this episode is brought to you by DJ Chase Radio, the official DJ Chase Radio mobile app, man. Download that app, iPhone, Android. Podcast directory user promo code DJ Chase to get 20% off. Get in touch with players curate podcasts and players curators such as myself, Groover, the hottest platform with players curators get real feedback with real people, not bots, and Volcana, the hot new app that's out now. Playlist community, all of that. But enough of all that, man. We got a special one today. We got a dual group today. You know what I'm saying? Normally I do the solos, but we got the dual group today. We got Montana's own. All right, we're gonna do it like this. We got Montana's own M.O.B, Naughty McFly, and that dude cartoon. Did I say that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's happening?
Yeah, perfect,
Ready?
perfect, man. Yeah, for sure, fellas. Like I said, thank you for coming on the platform. It's always an honor, even if everybody was honored to work with me, but I'm honored to work with you guys. With that,
Appreciate it.
yeah, and with that being said, I want to talk about your background and how you guys connected, right? So I want to talk to Naughty first, and then we're gonna get to that dude cartoon. So Naughty, where are you
Okay.
originally from?
I'm from New Orleans, you know what I mean? Hollywood
Yeah,
to be exact.
17?
You dig it?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. For sure, for sure.
Yes,
I've been actually my podcast. If you look, unbeknownst, a lot of people don't know my podcast. The promo flyer I have for my podcast that was actually filmed in Holly Grove. So that's by the raise. That's in front of the Raising Cane's in Holly Grove. Yeah,
okay, all right. I gotta
yeah,
go
yeah,
check
yeah.
that. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to
so
go check that, man.
yeah. If you
That's
look
what's
at
up.
if I'll show you a picture when we finish. Yeah. For sure, man. How was it? Now
Hold
Holly
on for
Grove.
two now.
And I reason I say that, right? Holly Grove is a special place. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yes, it
different
is. Yes, it is.
is a that's I'm from the Bronx. I'm from Harlem in the Bronx. So Holly Grove is nothing like what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? How was it growing up in Holly Grove for you in New Orleans?
Man. I mean, it was, it had its trials and tribulations for sure, as any neighborhood would have it. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it was cool growing up, in the neighborhood, my uncle Ghost, he brought a lot of artists like LL and all them back into the hood and things like that. And so I was really meeting a lot of A-list artists and things like that, just being in Holly Grove, you know what I mean? And the GOAT is from Holly Grove too, Weezy F. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And we actually grew up together, you know what I'm saying? So I get a lot of similarities. A lot of people like to put me in that category with that man. I don't feel like I sound like him, but I take it, you know what I'm saying? But
Oh,
at the
God.
end of the day, hey man, look,
Yes,
let me get that. But yeah, just growing up in Holly Grove, man, it just was a pleasure of of meeting people. Um,
yeah.
it was good, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a
Mhm.
good time, man. You know what I'm
Gotcha,
saying?
gotcha. Yeah. New Orleans. I love Bourbon Street, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The best food on earth is New Orleans by far. I done been everywhere on earth.
Fact.
The best food on earth is in New Orleans by far,
That's facts, man. That's facts. And
by
everybody
far.
try to deny that. They try to
Yeah,
deny
nah,
that.
nah,
Hey, man,
nope.
504 got the best
My
food, man.
best food on earth. Now, I want to ask you
Fact.
that dude cartoon. Where you from, my brother?
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. You know what I
Okay,
mean? Sin City, 702. You know what I mean? Found my way, you know what I mean? In some
yeah,
peaceful Montana and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But, Bill, my brother, ever since, I mean, of course, same thing. I would love to talk about Vegas, but you know what I mean? You get what you get with Las Vegas. A lot of people been there and being an experience, but to grow up there,
yeah,
totally different. Like we look at tourists like, yeah, it's another day for us, you know what I mean? Seeing the big city
yeah,
bright lights.
yeah,
Same thing running into celebrities, like seeing
yeah.
Floyd Mayweather walk with his team right past you. Local celebrity like Wayne Newton, his house was right above our apartments and all that there.
That's
But the
crazy.
coastline, the Holly Grove, like, yeah, you got everything in Las Vegas, but he took me to the land, to his grandma's, to his mom's
Yeah,
side, all that, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Met the family and got, Lord willing, that food, schmick, you hear me? That food was
yeah.
off the chain. So
Right,
it
right.
was it was really a cool vibe to see that, be out there in Holly Groves, to be out there in New Orleans and really experiencing out there, you know what I mean? So we make sure we still visit the motherland, go back and forth, see each other's turfs and stuff like that too. So
Mhm. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, both of you guys come from an independent land. Like Vegas has the West Coast is independent all day. and New Orleans, and that's all independence. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, what inspires you guys to like kind of make music? You do one, Leonardo, you could do one, or that dude, you could do one. Inspires you guys to make music?
Well, what inspired me to make music is my family. Like, you know, what I mean, my family started making music. My grandfather is like one of the originators of music. He worked with the people like Sir James Brown. He's actually the founder of Gladys Knight and the Pips. You
Oh,
know what I
okay,
mean?
that's up.
So
Yeah, that's up.
yeah, so you know what I mean, like music just ran in my blood. Like, you know what I mean, I was around it since birth, you know, so it was just really bound for me to do music. And I really thought I was gonna be a professional athlete, to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And you know, it takes something to get taken away from you for another door to open up, you know.
yeah.
And I hurt my knee, you know,
Mm.
playing ball, you know what I'm saying, playing football and things like that. Shit, man, my brother took me to the studio, actually wrote my first rap for me. You know what I'm saying? Took me to
Okay.
the studio and things like that, and shit, the rest is history, man.
Yeah, it's
Right.
nice. Yeah, yeah. That's what's
Yeah.
up. That's what's
So,
up. Yeah.
yeah, same on my part. I mean, it's just in us, growing up on the block, you freestyling, you kicking it. I internally am a poet. You know what I mean? And that's how I started with, as a man, they say that you can't express your emotions and you can't say this, you can't say that, this and that. But the only way for me to get it out was on a piece of paper and just keep it to myself to really get those feelings out until in high school, then a couple girls read it and you feel like you got some motion, like, okay, I know how to say a little sweet thing, but then no,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
grow up and you realize that you really got something to say. You got something that people want to listen to. And eventually, when we found our paths, we finally met. We was doing the same thing, just busting rhymes, together, being with the squad, being with the mob, because we a family first. But then when enough people tell you, like, bro, you got something I want to hear, we looked at each other and was like, you know what, we just might have to do something with this. You feel me?
Yeah, no doubt, man. And so I want to ask you this, right? How did you guys, because New Orleans and Vegas they kind of fall apart. You know what I'm saying? How did you guys link up and connect?
So on me first, I was saying with the athlete thing, I played football. So I played for the University of Montana. 5 concussions later, that wasn't going to be my, I
Yeah,
played hard. Let's just put it that way. But we didn't know what
yeah,
CTE was back then, so I was just going
yeah,
for glory. And
yeah,
once you change up them routes, and especially being in a place like Montana, you look for familiarity, you know what I mean, for what looks like you, what is like you. So I'm 19 years old, 20 years old. I run into old boy. I'm like, hey, like what's happening? The real recognize real. So we kicking it every day and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And that's how things just kind of grew into fruition on my part.
yeah, man. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. And as far as getting in the studio, do you guys feel like what? I mean, you guys been rocking because I say it like this because your energy on stage is crazy. Like I was on YouTube and just looking at you guys on stage, and like my show is dedicated to education, right? Music education, and a lot of artists they go on stage and stand there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a DJ, so I DJ a lot of showcases, all types of shit, and they stand there. How did you guys say, what, we gonna say to hell with all this, we gonna go for gold and be energetic as hell and rock the crowd crazy?
Just studying other artists and things like that, you know, top artists and things like that, you know. We are still students of the game and things like that, you know. I mean, we don't feel like we can't sit there and, you know, look at somebody's performance and be like, hey, that was a great performance, man. You know, we need to incorporate something like that into our performance, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what differentiates us from other artists. Like you said, a lot of artists just stand around. You know what I mean? The crowd really want to feel that energy and wanna be hype with you. So the hyper you are, the hyper they gonna be. You know what I mean? You stand there, they gonna stand there. So I mean that's just it. You know, we give them that energy, they give back to us.
Yeah, you're a
Yeah.
conductor. You're a conductor.
Mm.
When you have your instrument, your only instrument is your voice. Well, they ain't like there. I'm sitting there with a guitar rocking out of this and that. So the least I can do is get you involved while I'm conducting my voice instrument. You know what I mean? Like just standing there ain't gonna make you leave and remember me. But hey, me turning up, crowd surfing, jumping in there, you know what I mean? Like just little John and the East Side Boys, crunk juice, mosh pit, black mosh pit, essentially is what I call it. You know what I mean? But we get
Yeah.
drunk. I'm in there with the crowd. He in there with the crowd. If the microphone allows it, I am in the crowd because I need it memorable, and I'm not just gonna sit there and just talk. No, I'm gonna bring you into this. You feel me? We both
Mm.
are. You know what I'm saying? And the chemistry is nuts. And once you catch that bug, like we said, we was athletes and stuff. When you could catch touchdown, that's one kind of highlight, like a high that you
Yeah.
can't explain. But then
Yeah.
once we got on the stage, and by the time we was done with our set, and we completely out of breath and barely breathe, sweating everywhere, and we looked at each other, was like that. There's no equivalent match to the
Yeah.
feeling that you get when you're able to
Yeah.
move a crowd like that.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, man. Because like I said, man, a lot of artists, man, they be boring as hell. Like the songs be fire. Like I'm not one of those contrarian DJs that hate on everything. Like a lot of niggas be fire. It's just they stage show just be, they don't really practice and shit. Now I want to ask you this, guys, this right? Now, how did you come up with the name MOB? You know what I'm saying? I know what it
So
stands for, but
yeah,
how did
first
you come up with the audience, my other brother?
yeah,
How
yeah.
did you come up with that? Yeah.
First and foremost, what I mean, it's a band of brothers, what I mean, and our homie Marshane, we were just hanging out, one New Year's Eve, and a lot of us, like I said, it was a lot of us that came out here that looks like each other,
Mm.
that didn't have no family. You know what I mean? We were always around each other, and it was already a feeling like a brotherhood anyway. So, he was like, man, you my other brother. It was like, man, that's catchy. That's ring. That's a ring right there, man. That's a
Yeah.
mob, man. My other
Yeah.
brother. And ever since then, man, it's been my other brother. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes,
like I
sir.
said, it's us two doing music, but it's way more than just us two. You know what I mean?
Squad.
It's a
Mm.
bunch of us, a band of us. We all around the world, really.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, love it, love it, love it. And with that being said, man, um, how did you guys leave? Okay, I want to ask this some certain way. How did you guys from New Orleans and Vegas get to Montana? It's a two-part question, right? And then how is the music scene in Montana?
Well, I already said on my part, like I came on scholarship to play for the University of
So yeah,
Montana.
yeah, 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 yeah. But how did you, like I said, so yeah, yeah, yeah. So how's the
So
music?
with me,
How's the music scene in Montana? Let's talk about that. How's the music? How with that? How's the music scene in Montana, bro?
it's it's a 50-50 thing. Like, what I mean,
Okay.
it just depends. It depends on what you into.
Yeah.
Um, the hip hop scene, a lot of I can't really say that, what I mean.
Mm.
They got some people out here that could do their thing, but a
Yeah.
lot of them just oversaturating the
Oh,
whole scene, you know what I'm saying?
wow. Okay.
But
Okay.
and then the majority of it, they like the country stuff out here, of course. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's the main genre out here is country.
Mm.
So
Like the boozy out here go
with the
crazy.
yeah with so what with us doing hip hop, is
Right.
we
Right.
like you say in our bio, we going against the grain
Yeah.
of what they do out here. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
they do support us though. They do support us with
Yeah.
this hip hop culture though. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like I said, but the hip hop scene, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just your preference, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. But
Yeah.
when they come out to support, it's like they waiting for that. And we starting to get that. Like if
Mm.
you hear, and I'm not trying to talk down, but if you hear the same underground Slim Shady rap, if you will, you know what I'm saying, over and over,
I know what
it's
you
not
mean.
really breaking through to people, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Then finally they're like, oh, we got something different. They sound damn good. And they claiming like from Montana, like you know what I mean, that
Yeah.
they're doing stuff out of Montana. Now
Yeah.
they actually have a reason to be behind some, but ain't nobody gonna get behind, dare I say, garbage or
Yeah.
average, if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
shout out to all the artists doing their thing, but it seems like they haven't really had somebody that they can say, hey, you can be our champion for this, and we know you can make it.
Mm.
We are starting to turn that tide by actually being out here and doing it. So you already know you say the word, Montana. You know what it is, right?
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. But even with that small population and stuff, there's a lot of support. There's a lot of local support. If anything's coming from here, they support it. If it's doing something good, especially we doing things in the community, we doing more than just perpetuating a stereotype. You feel me? And the more that they see that and the connections that we make, like they really getting behind us. And it's like at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, they messing with us. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, love it, love
Yeah.
it.
And
Yeah.
let me say this, DJ Chase,
What's up?
like it's the music scene. We so different out here to the
Yeah.
point that we live here, but
Yeah.
people can't believe that we live here.
Yeah.
facts.
Like
I
that's
didn't
how
believe
different we are. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I honestly I didn't believe it either till I had to actually went to because I saw it in the bio. I'm like, all right, I'm reading the EPK. I'm like, oh, are they really from like Montana? And then I went to the YouTube and I'm like, okay, they really are putting them from Montana. I had to look it up myself. So yeah, I had to look it up too. So I did the same thing. I did the same thing.
Facts,
Yeah.
like so,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's just in itself. That's what, like I said, that's how different we are out here. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like people can't even believe that we out. We tell people from here that we live here, and they be like,
No, you don't.
"Nah, you're not from here, bro."
For sure, for
They know you
sure.
don't.
Yeah. All right. So Nardi, I got a question for you, right? It's gonna be a tough
Sure.
question. All right, we got Chopper City, BG, the original one,
Ooh,
Chopper City,
uh-huh.
or the Quarter Two.
I'm going to quarter two. I'm going to quarter two.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
going to quarter two.
All right.
I
All right.
mean, don't get me twisted though. BG has some bangers on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, you got some bangers on there, but you know, I gotta go home team. I
yeah.
gotta go home team with
Yeah.
Holly
Yeah.
Grove.
Tyler Grove, got you. Got you. All
Shout
right.
out BG though, man.
All right. That dude cartoon. I gotta ask, right? We gonna do
What's that?
Vegas. Vegas and Cali the same, right? So
West Coast, yeah, yeah.
we gonna do West
Cali
Coast. All
second
right.
home.
All right. Got you. So we gonna do All Eyes on Me or Machiavelli. What you got?
Mm. Just because the introduction for me was all eyes on me, and that
Okay.
it wasn't the same. It wasn't like we had Napster starting to get shut down back then, but I had the CD, you feel me, and that
yeah.
thing was on repeat, you feel me.
Yeah.
So and then of course the hyphy movement came through, Keep the Sneak, E40, like, and then having
Yeah.
having Southern family like him, and then I got my mama out in Arkansas, my brother in Mississippi. I've been put on Young Bleed, Soldier Slim, Fiend, one of my favorites, definitely had that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
Mia X. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I'm very educated in both. So I feel like that's what kind of shapes my style. I'm raised West Coast, but I got that Southern, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
influence well blended in. You get me?
Yeah. Yeah. Got you. So I want to ask both of y'all this, right? Do y'all like the stage better or you like the studio better?
Now that's a hard question.
Yes, sir.
Me, I like the stage. I like the stage better. Me, I mean, because to me, the studio is where we put in the work. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
stage is where we get the opportunity to show the work that we're putting in. You know what I mean? So I like the stage. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
me personally.
Right.
Yeah. What's
It's
yeah.
I'm leaning. I'm leaning like 60-40 because of course there's no better feeling than the stage. And when
Yeah.
you're doing your final essay, you're doing all the work, but you can't wait till you see the story, right? You just want to give them the book and don't nobody care about the work. But as a creative myself,
Yeah.
I love the studio. I love throwing out ideas. I love trying things that I've never tried before in the studio. So yeah, I have a love there, of course, but nothing beats the stage. You know what I mean? Nothing beats that like
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Sorry, my boy. I was trying to find my Holly Grove picture right quick. Like I said, I'm more, don't. I shouldn't be over there, but I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good over there a little bit. I'm good.
All right, yeah,
I
like
got.
I got those by the mirrors too. Like I got one by the mirrors too. You heard?
yeah.
Straight
So,
up, man. Right
and
by Phase Street,
yes, sir.
Shout
Yes,
out Big
sir.
Kenny, man.
Yeah,
Shout out Big Kenny, man.
I was over there
We
working
get them
little
chains
Razor
on too,
Kid.
man. Right there, man. Like,
For sure, for
right
sure, for
there,
sure.
man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, in today's climate, a lot of artists they preach independence, right? They say, "Oh, we don't want to sign. We don't want to sign." They have this like I think Yo Gotti said it. He's like everybody feels like it's a badge of honor to be independent. Do you guys want to eventually get like signed to a major label, or you like distribution, or what anything particular you guys looking for as far as the future of MOB?
Of course, that is the goal. You know what I mean? Being independent is cool. You know what I'm saying? But that money when it comes to spending that independent money and people putting that money behind you, if you don't got it, then you don't got it. You know what I'm saying? It take money to do things. So if you are independent artist and you don't really have it to spend, and you saying you listen to everybody else and be like, well, I took the independent route, but they got this major label over here that's looking to throw them bands behind you. You know what I mean? Now you better take them bands, believe that.
Right.
For
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So we definitely us personally, we definitely looking for something
Mm.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, we want
Mm.
the top of the mountain, of course,
Mm.
but coming from nothing, yeah, we want something. You know what I'm saying? We definitely want something. So we want whatever makes sense and puts bread in our pocket. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
if it makes sense to sign to a label, then that's what we gonna do. If it
Mm.
makes sense to be independent, cool. But I mean, it's us, a small team, and pushing this issue. And I tell you what, it's a lot of work. It's a lot
Yeah.
of work. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I'm with that work, but like if we can get to the point where we can be strictly creatives for that work and let the label handle that or however that works, if it makes sense, absolutely. You know what I mean? Like that's the goal.
Yeah,
Nice.
got a
Yeah.
couple of things going on now. So
Let's get it. Let's get it. And let's talk about some music right quick, right? Let's talk about the new single. That's why we here. Here I go.
Oh
yeah,
God.
A lot of energy, crazy beat. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm a producer, so I got to show who produced the record. Let's talk about that.
right. Producer named Riot. Shout out Riot, man.
Oh God.
But soon as that thing come on, it catch you. It
Yeah,
catch you. You know what I mean? So you be
yeah,
like, you like, all right,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like so, I mean, it was the same thing for us. Like you know what I mean? So I can only imagine how it is for your first time hearing it.
Yeah.
Love
For
it,
real,
love it,
for
love
real.
it. And how did that record come about? Just y'all just vibing in the studio. How did the record come about?
Pretty much, yep. Pretty much just vibing in the studio. Like I said, that beat came on, man. We got heard that beat and was like, hey, man,
Yeah,
this beat is crazy, man.
yeah,
And then, like I said, we got together and the words just formed, like literally, man. It was recorded so quick. That's how crazy that beat was. Like, you know what I mean? It was just the words just was coming, like
But then when you get put together and it's like you don't know what you got until we was done with the record type deal. Like that's exactly what one of those was. Like
mm,
we was just it just felt good. So you know what I mean? Like the just like the influences, that the mystical influence, you know what I mean? Talking about here I go, this and that, you know what I'm saying? And it's
yeah,
we got our own style, we got our own statement, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yeah.
it's like I said, we always high energy. And that's kind of what some, you know what I mean, like even in the market that we in Montana, a lot of haters. People
Mm,
gonna hate, people gonna hate, you know what I mean?
mm.
Like, so where you been? Where you doing this? Where you here I go? Right here. You know what I mean? We ain't been nowhere but going up, period. And you know what I mean? Ain't nothing gonna stop the grind at all.
Love it, love it. And with that being said, man, before we get out of here, is there album coming out? What's going on with MOB? What's the vibes for 2026? What's up?
um the vibe for 2026. You know what I mean? We're gonna see how this record here do, And of course we got a lot of music in the vault, man. A lot of music ready
Catalog for
to
days.
just ready, man. So we're gonna get with the team after this release, see how this do, get with the team and go from there.
But we got plenty in the bag that we trying to gift like Santa Claus. You hear me? Like I'm trying to empty that bag like it's Christmas. So, but you know what I mean? We still listening, marketing the right way, listening to you know what I mean, like to our people. Big shout out to Rob Terrell. You know what I mean? Big shout out Wealth Nation. You know what I mean? Like industry execs. You know what I mean? Rockstar. Everybody that's been behind us, we appreciate them 100%. And the biggest thing is you can't get nowhere without team and belief. You know what I mean? I can't do it. Like, not even can't. I don't want to do it by myself. It's the brother. I get to do this with my brother. I get to do this with my family from the struggles where my heart was just racing a couple hours ago trying to figure something out to the celebration and victory. We get to do this together and we got each other back. You know, it's cool.
Love it, love it, love it. And
So a lot is
yeah,
coming.
yeah. For sure, man. And the last question I have, I ask everyone this, man. You guys are a dynamic duo. You guys are Batman, two Batmans, and Batman and Robin, two Batmans. I say, you know what I'm saying. With that
Robin
being said,
Cole.
yeah, yeah. With that being
Yeah.
said, yeah, yeah. With that being said, I want to ask this, right? My very last question. What is one piece of advice, and either one you could take it. What is one piece of advice that you would give anyone trying to get into the music business today?
Keep God first. That's the thing. That's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Keep God first. But you know what I'm saying? Don't listen to nobody. You know what I mean? Only go with your own mind. You know what I'm saying? If somebody tell you you can't do this, don't listen to them, man, until you try it for yourself.
Because you don't know how many people been telling us you can't do it from here. We got to move. We got to do something else, or this and that, or you know what I mean, hating from the first couple and just not realizing what they hearing, this and that. Like keeping a belief in yourself and going with your heart, but the consistency is the number one. Don't let nobody deter you in a negative way from being a creative. You keep being you. God gonna put you in the right situations for you to be found, for you to be listened to, for you to be heard.
Love it. With that being said, my other brother, M.O.B, Naughty McFly, that dude cartoon, you know
Yeah.
the vibes, man. Montana representatives, you know what I'm saying? Where can people
Yeah.
find you? Where can they get your social media? How can they connect? Producer send you beats. Where can they get to you?
I'm on all social media platforms under mob underscore naughty underscore McFly. You know, that's all social media platforms. Anywhere you could find anything on social media, that's what it is.
Yep, that dude cartoon underscore mob. All social media platforms. You can find it the same. If you're trying to email us. Hey no, what's that email? Hey no, what's that email?
It's forever mob at gmail.com.
There you go. Forevermob@gmail.com. If y'all trying to do business, hit the email.
Let's get it, man. Once again, we out of here. DJ Chase, man, the fire single "Here I Go" is streaming right here on WDJC DB DJ Chase Radio, NYC to Montana. You know the vibes, man. The pregame party Miss podcast, DJ Chase Radio, Spotify podcast, Apple podcast, and YouTube DJ Chase TV. And I'm out of here. Gia.
Hold on, hey, hold on, wait a minute. Why the f they on my line? Tryna make amends, but they can chill with all that trying.